guys, this is Talon and I'm back with another video. Today I'll be bringing you my Brickworld Chicago overview. Now this video will be going over what I did, what I saw, who I met, all those sorts of things. I'll be showing some pictures along the way as well and showing off some of the things that I bought. So this year it is June 17th, 2023. I have baseball tournaments, and so luckily I had a game in the morning and was able to get to Brickworld Chicago around 12:30, 12:45, and I was there until it ended at 4. So I was there for quite a long time, a little over 3 hours, and it was really good and a really great experience. I think I might have posted something about it last year. I think I did, because I was able to go on the Sunday of Brickworld Chicago last year for like an hour, but that wasn't at all enough time to be able to do as much as I wanted to do and try to, meet as many people as I could. So this year I had full opportunity to do that with the time that I had. I won't be able to go to Sunday, so hopefully this is out actually on the Saturday of Brickworld Chicago afterwards, because that's when I'm making this video. I won't be able to go tomorrow, Sunday the 18th, just because of baseball tournament uncertainty. Next year, I hope to be able to enter a mock in, just because I'll be in college at that point. I won't be playing travel ball anymore during the summer, and I'll have time to actually be at Brickworld Chicago the full time. So I want to enter something in, and that'll be a mock that I'll be showing hopefully sometime soon, as well as a city update video that I hope to do soon as well. So 2 potential videos in the future. But yeah, that mock that I'm hoping to show soon with a few additions other than like its current state. I hope to at some point enter into Brickworld Chicago, just because I want to be there longer, have all the perks of being one of the main people, getting to meet people, kind of befriend people, and yeah, try to kind of get myself into the Lego community a little bit further. But yeah, so let's get into it. So hopefully I've shown some pictures during that. If I didn't forget to edit that in, if I did, then I'll do it at the end of who I met and all that stuff, because I'll talk about it at the end. But so first, we'll start out with some of the things that I bought here. So there was a few stores there. There was no Brick Arm store, which pissed me off. I don't know if they're gonna be there tomorrow, but no Brick Arm specific store. There was Citizen Brick, there was Eclipse Graphics, there's a couple other stores that were there that sold Brick Arm's weapons and a few types of helmets and vests and stuff, but Brick Arms themselves was not there, and I was not happy about that, because there was a lot of Brick Arms stuff that I wanted to get that I had to sacrifice in getting other things with those things, or I just couldn't find them at all. And yeah, it was just, I just was wishing they would be there. Again, I don't know if they're gonna be there tomorrow, the Sunday the 18th, for the second and last day of Brickworld Chicago, but they were not there today. So to start it off, I got 3 of these Modern Combat Tactical Packs version 2. I got 3 of these, because I need the helmets in here. That's what I was looking for. I could not find these modern helmets. Do they have the name on the back? Yeah, the MCH helmets. I could not find any of these, none in any colors. And I was like, what the hell? Nobody has them. I found these weapons packs, and I was like, you know what? Since they're in here, I do want more weapons and more variety of weapons. So I decided I was going to buy 3 of them. That's one of the things where it's I had to sacrifice on this purchase, just because I wasn't planning on getting all of these weapons. But I did only want the helmet. But it will be a good thing to have these weapons just for future military figure creations. So got those there. Next up, these are actually things I brought to show some people, but I brought these Clone Troopers to Brickworld Chicago. This is the original 2005 Phase 2 playing Clone Trooper, and then these 2 are from 2010. So I was actually in the MandRproductions 200th Q&A video, and these 2 guys were mentioned in that video, where I was asking MandR if he'd ever seen this interesting thing with these clones, where the helmet is the same mold from old to newer, and then it changed mid-production. So I had to ask him a question about that in there. And then I brought him today just to, ask him in person about them again. And I also asked Boy Jhae if he had both those figures on his minifigure wall, which he does. So, I was actually impressed. But yeah, so that's one thing there. So I'll just leave these guys here. Did not buy them. They are mine, that you've probably seen in many other videos, but I have them there anyways. So let's go with this bag here. I also bought, I forgot to mention that Brick Tactical was there. They also didn't have those MCH helmets that I was looking for, but they did have a bunch of other weapons. So they had their Brick Tactical DC-15 blaster rifles. These are made by Brick Tactical, and I do use Brick Arms DC-15s, but just because these are extremely similar and they were selling this pack of, I think this is 10 for $5, I was like, oh, I can't pass that up. So got them, and now I have them for all the figures that might need them in the future. Then I also bought a bunch of other weapons, kind of a variety. These are all Brick Tactical weapons. They're all pretty similar to like Brick Arms, not exact obviously, but you know, they all kind of have to make them the same. They're the same weapons, but yeah, these are all black M16s. And then we have, I think these are still M16s, but they're in darker gray. And then a few other automatics right there. So kind of military style, but I have figures that need them. So coming into this next batch of things, I made a Bricklink order not long ago, probably a week ago, and I got most of the items from it yesterday and the day before. So Friday and Thursday, the day before Brickworld Chicago. And I'd actually recorded a video to do that like Bricklink haul as a video, but I ended up not doing that just because I don't actually know. I think it was just because it was too close to Brickworld Chicago, and I thought, like, you know, the things I bought from here would probably go along fine with, you know, explaining that video for the most part. I did get some torsos and legs to do a bunch of SWAT guys and a new Secret Service guy and the Vice President, which I'll go over in my city update video. But I got also some replacement parts for some incomplete figures. So, you know, I usually do that. And then also I got parts for the mock that I'm working on that I'll be doing a video on soon, and that I hopefully will bring to Brickworld Chicago next year. But anyhow, we have some figures here just because I have some armor that was without figures. So I actually saw these, and there was a few stores that were selling like build your minifigure sections, and I forget whose store it was, but they had the cheapest like build your minifigure section, and they had the torsos that I would have wanted for these figures. And I was like, well, if I don't get the exact torsos, that's fine. I was hoping to maybe get something for these figures, but I found this police torso for all of the figures that I want. So we got an officer there, an officer there, an officer there, another officer there, and then I have another bag here that's got a few more. Let me just grab them out. Another one there, and then another one right there. So these figures, just to go over an explanation, I have some armor that I've had for, God, probably 3-4 years at this point and still haven't used. It was when I was creating the UN guys, and I'd gotten some of that armor in another pack that I'd bought around the same time, of just like weapons and armor. It didn't come with helmets, and so I never got figures to, you know, suit that armor just because there was no helmets to like complete that. Now I obviously have a few helmets to go along with some of that, but anyhow, these 6 figures are what's gonna go with some of those vests, just because I didn't have the parts for them and I hadn't ordered them in that Bricklink order. But yeah, so got these guys. The hair pieces are all just kind of random. This hat I actually need for a figure. It's missing it, so that actually worked out perfect. These like hair pieces and hats will be replaced by helmets at some point for these guys, and then their utensils are just there so that I could, you know, fill out the complete figure, because you could get a utensil with the figures. So I was like, well, why wouldn't I? And luckily I found 2 of the long rifles. So I was like, wow, what a score, because I'm Bricklink. Those long rifles are much more expensive than the regular blasters. So I was like, man, that helps out a lot in case I need them for any, you know, Star Wars Incompletes in the future. So that's what's going on there. Next up, we have some tiles from Eclipse Graphics. So I got the folded up American flag right there. I have the presidential seal right there. I have a Trump Make America Great Again 2x4 tile and a Biden Harris 2020 tile as well. So you know, got to represent both spectrums of the political aisle there. But yeah, I got those just because I'm gonna turn that building that I had built, I forget how long ago, but that white building, I'm gonna turn that into like kind of the presidential hub. And so I'm gonna deck it out in some stuff related to that. Now, the president in my city is not like representative of Biden, Trump, Obama, any like real presidents. He's just kind of like a fill-in to make it non like party related, because I don't want to be political on this channel. I do have my own political takes, but not on this channel. This is a Lego channel and I don't really want to go along with that stuff. But yeah, so I got both the signs because, you know, I'll probably put them around the city as like advertisements, or not advertisements, but like people putting stakes out with signs on them as like, hey, I represent this person, or I want you to vote for this person, or whatever. But yeah, so I'll be, you know, transforming that building into some sort of hub for the president, the vice president, and yeah, those tiles will help kind of deck it out a little bit. But then I went to the M&R Mega Store, which is the world's smallest Lego store. So that store was very small. If you know who MandRproductions is, he does have a vlog channel, which he'll probably post stuff about that on, maybe on his main channel, but probably on the vlog channel. And you'll see how that it is a literal tiny shed. He actually, I asked him, I was like, did you bring this shed in the Mustang? And he was like, hell no, I couldn't fit it in there. And he said he bought it here in Illinois. So I was like, wow, I mean, that makes sense. But yeah, he drove the Mustang all the way, he said 19 hours, which is, wow, I didn't realize it was that long. He must live towards like the tip of Florida, just because I've driven, my family has driven to Florida before, and it's usually about a 13-14 hour drive for us. So I'm not really sure about that there. But anyhow, he was there. I did meet him. He's really, really nice. He's, you know, probably my favorite Lego YouTuber and kind of just YouTuber in general. So it was really good getting to meet him and shop at his store. And so at his store, he had these clone troopers. These are custom Phase 2 plain clone troopers in the new style. The bodies are pad printed by Republic Bricks, and the helmets are by Grandpa Clone Customs. So yeah, these guys look very good. I actually asked, they didn't know for sure actually, but I did look when I was in better lighting. These helmets are not Lego made helmets. They actually have a G in there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a G in there because these are not Lego. Grandpa Clone Customs must, you know, mold these helmets. They're very well molded. They feel like Lego, and they snap onto the heads like perfectly like Lego. These guys were 12 bucks each, so a little pricey, but I was like, you know what? I mean, I want these guys. I was gonna get a 212 foil pack, but I already have 3 212 troopers from the ATTE, so I did not do that. Yeah, so I actually forgot those are the little cards from Brick Tactical and Citizen Brick. But I also, in meeting MandRproductions, got his autograph. So M&R Brickworld 2023 right there. I also, in my purchase, got a M&R Megastore tile, which that'll be a collectible item one day if he doesn't do the Megastore again. And I also have a second M&R tile that he had given me when I first met him. These two I got in the purchase, and then that one he'd given to me when I was talking to him. But yeah, so I guess I'll discuss, you know, meeting people. I'll throw up any of the other pictures that I have, but one that I'll throw up right here is a picture of myself and MandRproductions. So as you know, the reason I haven't been able to make it to Brickworld Chicago in the past and have gotten there late last year and this year was because of baseball tournaments. So that's, you know, why I'm wearing my baseball hat in there as well. But yeah, I got to meet him. He's a really, really nice guy. We talked about a few things, and it was funny when I first met him, when I first like went up to, you know, say hi, he was talking with, I don't know if it's the cameraman or a guy that like works with editing for him or who, but they were talking about like video stuff. They were like, yeah, it might be a little blurry in this, and it might be, you know, you might want to switch to this lens, and you might want to do this, do that. I was like, wow, this is like in depth going in for this stuff, which I thought was, you know, kind of cool, because you get to like see some of like the nitty gritty of how it works, of them like literally at the event talking about like, hey, we should probably go this route of, you know, filming and how we should do this. And yeah, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of interesting. But yeah, at first he seemed kind of cold, but he was talking with this guy, and there was a lot of people around him at the same time, so he's probably a little overwhelmed. You know, I hung around him a little bit. Probably shouldn't have, because he probably felt like, damn man, just get out of here. But, you know, I was hanging around him a little bit and obviously went in his store, and, you know, he was just really nice guy, really upstanding guy. We relate on the fact that we both are Celtics fans, and I can feel his passion for the Celtics as well. I was like, wow, he doesn't really discuss it on his channel, but he is a Celtics fan. He's really cool. And then I met Gavin again from Lego Gavin Studios or Productions, I'm not sure, but he built like an Imperial base mock, and I met him last year. He was really nice last year, really nice this year again. And yeah, we didn't have much conversation, but it was kind of just like, hey, how are you? I remember you. He did actually remember me, and I was pretty surprised by that. I was wearing the same hat, so, because the hats this season and last season are the same, so, you know, maybe that helped. But I also met David Hall, so that was an interesting interaction. He kind of seemed more, I don't want to say NPC, but he seemed kind of more like, you know, just, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. What's your name? Kind of just, because he's got a lot of fans, and so he probably, you know, has people coming up to him constantly, so I understand why he might have been a little, you know, off. But yeah, I mean, it was good meeting him. He's a nice guy. He just, you know, had stuff going on. He had to leave to go, you know, get something from like upstairs or something, I don't know. Yeah, I met him. I met Boy Jhae again, who, you know, I thanked him for subscribing to my YouTube channel. He is officially subscribed to my YouTube channel as of last year. So I was like, wow, he subscribed to my YouTube channel. So, you know, thanked him for that. And he was actually the one that, you know, let me know. He was like, yeah, you ever think about, you know, inducting like a mock into here? I was like, you know, I have in the past, but, you know, it actually would make sense to next year because I'll have the time to. So that's probably what will happen. But yeah, that's about it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you enjoyed Brickworld Chicago. If you went, hopefully you enjoyed me showing you the stuff that I got and my experiences. So if you guys ever want to meet these guys, most of them are usually at Brickworld Chicago. Most of them are usually at Brickworld Virginia. Those are the two kind of bigger ones. They're Brick Fair Virginia, not Brickworld. They're usually there if you want to meet them. They're all really nice. Yeah, just very good experience overall. I'm getting to be there for longer. Just wish there was a goddamn brick arm store. If there was a brick arm store, they would have had my money, but they don't because they weren't there. But yeah, with all that said, thank you guys very much for watching this video. Like the video if you liked all this. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and comment down below your thoughts on what I bought and my you know, time, and if you were there, what you did and how you liked it. So yeah, it's gonna be all for me. So thank you guys so very much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.